Good morning. It is day 15. We are officially at the halfway mark of this challenge. I really hope that you guys have been enjoying it and finding it worthwhile to do both a short 10-minute morning yoga practice followed by a daily yoga challenge to work the flexible mind portion of this flexible body, flexible mind yoga challenge. So for day 15, our theme is gratitude, really cultivating that sense of gratitude for ourselves, for others, or in any other way that it applies to you as a morning intention. So for this 10-minute morning yoga class, we're going to start towards the back of our mat in a toe squat. And now this might be, maybe, for some people this is very intense, for others they don't feel too much. You'll need to kind of figure that one out. If you can, you're trying to curl your toes under to see if you can rest your hips over your heels. If it's too much, please don't worry about it. Just keep your toes pointed back and sit on your heels. For me, I'm going to try to do the full toe squat, tucking the toes under. And we're going to try to distract ourselves a little bit from the intensity of this pose by working on our upper body a little bit more. So find your center of gravity and you're going to inhale, reach your arms all the way up. And then as you exhale, you're going to do an open twist, left arm forward, right arm back. Push the palms down. Inhale, come back through to center. And then exhale, twist the other way. Right arm forward, left arm back. 2 more on each side. Inhale. And exhale. In and out through your nose. Find a little more lift as you inhale. And then push the palms down. Exhale. 1 more on each side. All the way back up and through to center, and let's release. If you're doing that toe squat, should feel really good to come out of that one. Just wiggle your toes, and let's find our puppy pose, Anahatasana. Hips stay over your knees, walk your hands out in front of you and melt the chest down. Maybe bringing your forehead down towards the mat. Think of pressing your shoulders down towards the floor. Drawing your lower belly in a little bit so you're not completely swaying through your lower back. We're trying to isolate this a little bit more through our mid and upper back. I'm keeping my arms straight, actively pushing my palms into the floor. And from here, we're going to come forward into a forearm plank. I guarantee we're not here too long. Bring your elbows down to the mat, straighten your legs, and lift your knees off the floor. Pull the lower belly in. You don't want to have your hips too low or too high. Just activating a little here. Breathe in and go ahead and release. Into your Sphinx pose, hips come down, roll your shoulders back. Think of still pushing the tops of your feet into the floor and keeping your legs active. Big breath in here. And let's release. We find our way to downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take your time and make any movements and adjustments that feel good to you here. So creating lots of space. You might need to bend your knees quite a bit, especially for this first downward dog of the day. Let's find our 3-legged dog. Right leg stretches all the way up towards the sky. I'm keeping my legs straight for this one. You're welcome to have a bent knee. And we're going to find our high lunge. So right foot steps forward between the palms to the top of the mat. Push your feet into the floor in order to lift up. So my right knee is over my ankle. I'm going to extend my arms all the way up overhead. So we're going to add the same twists that we were doing in our toe squat. Go ahead and straighten your right leg. Inhale. And as you exhale, find the high lunge and add a twist. Left arm forward, right arm back. 2 more like this. Inhale, straighten the front leg, arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. One more. Inhale. And exhale. You're either going to hang out here or you can do a full reverse high lunge. Right hand goes to your left thigh, left arm reaches up and back. One more big breath here. And let's circle the palms down towards the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. You're welcome to hang out here or you can take a little flow, inhaling through to plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga, cobra, or your upward facing dog. And we meet downward dog, lifting your hips up and back. Creating some space here. And let's find our three-legged dog on the other side. So left leg stretches up to the sky. Into your high lunge. Make sure your feet are at least hip width distance apart. This will help a lot with your balance, especially when we start adding the twists. So shoulders and hips are facing forward. Go ahead and straighten your left leg. Inhale. And as you exhale, find your high lunge, twist to the left, right arm forward, left hand down. Inhale, back to center, straight left leg. Exhale, bend and twist. Inhale up, last one here. Exhale, twist. Maybe hold here or reverse, left hand down, right arm up. Breathing deeply here. And bring both hands to frame the front foot. Downward facing dog. Step the left foot back. And you can hang out here or you can take one last flow. Plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, or cobra. Downward dog, our last one. Stretching out. And go ahead and bring your knees to the mat. Swing your legs out in front of you. Let's find Baddha Konasana, our butterfly fold. Soles of the feet come together to touch. Knees fall apart. And I'm just going to do a passive forward fold here. So I'm going to walk my hands out in front and just let your spine round as you find this forward fold. So finding just enough sensation where this can feel really good for your hips and along your spine, but not so intense that it's hard to breathe deeply or that you feel like you have to be tensed up and resisting the pose. Try to make this really passive and nurturing. Three more breaths. And walk your hands in. Let's go ahead and straighten our legs. We'll take one last forward fold here. And again, I'm making this really passive. I'm kind of walking my feet forward to help tilt my pelvis forward and then folding from here. I'm turning my palms to face up. My knees are a little bit bent. I'm trying to let gravity do the work for me here. Relax your belly, your jaw. And very slowly push your hands into the floor to uncurl, lift on up, and just sit cross-legged. Before we close, we'll just do a very, very simple twist to help release the low back. Left hand to your right knee, right hand behind you, open through your chest. And to the other side, right hand to your left knee, left hand back. All the way back through to center. Sitting up tall, join your hands together at your heart. Focusing on our one-word intention for the day, gratitude. Let's close by chanting Om. Inhale to chant, breathe in. Om. Thank you so very much for doing this 10-minute morning yoga practice with me. I hope you feel really good in your body. And now that we've done the flexible body portion of today's practices, we can now move over to the flexible mind daily yoga challenge themed around gratitude. So please go and head over there, and hopefully you'll join me again tomorrow morning for day 16.